Well, Hare Krishna to all the spectators. May Lord Krishna bless you all. Hare Krishna. Well, it's a very good question. Everyone should have self-inquiry, which is very, very important in Kali Yuga. Otherwise, there is no need to live in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is a sort of boon for all humanity, not for any animals. So, since we have got this human body, it's first and foremost duty of us to know what is the liberation and how to attain this liberation in Kali Yuga. The liberation itself has a meaning here. If a person is already in bondage, he is aspiring for liberation. Just as we were bonded by the British Empire, and we were trying to get liberation from the hands of the British Empire. It was true, because no one needs the bondage. Everyone wants to get rid of the bondage. It's a normal phenomena of the human being. So we fought with the British people, and finally we got liberated. In the similar fashion, our Atma is entangled and it is in bondage of the Maya. So we do have a method in Kali Yuga to get rid of this bondage, shackles of the bondage we can call it. We can shatter the shackles of bondage very easily just by chanting Harinam. According to Brihna Naradiya Purana, it was very clearly said that Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama eva kevalam kalau nasti eva, nasti eva, nasti eva gatir anyana. So, in Kali Yuga, there is no other method to get rid of this bondage. So, one should try to chant the name of Hari. This is only 2 letters. Whoever starts chanting this 2 syllables, Hari, he will never go to any bad end. He will be released from the shackles of bondage. I think it's very clear. The liberation is nothing but the first step in attaining the transcendental position. Means to say, we are not this body, we are the Atman. The feeling of Atma, the wisdom of Atma is the final position that we should attain. That will be only possible after liberation, not before liberation. So we have to get liberation from this shackles of bondage of Maya. So it's best method in Kali Yuga to chant the name of Hari. Is it clear? You have any other questions?
No.
That's nice. Any question you can ask me, no problem. You got this answer. Okay? What is liberation? It's clear. By chanting the name of Hari regularly, with a wisdom of self-knowledge in the sense to say, Atma Jnana, the knowledge and the wisdom of the Atman. We are being covered by the bondage of the Maya, so we have to just shatter the bondage. When you shatter the bondage, you will remain as a pure soul. The knowledge of pure soul is the ultimate goal of human life. When you have achieved that, you are said to be Atma Jnana. Atma Jnana is the final goal, and prior to that we have to get first of all liberation from these bondages which are disturbing us to understand the supreme truth called as Atma Jnana, wisdom. This ancient wisdom of our Indian continent was Vedas. After Vedas, we got a compact information, a comprehensive information called Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is nothing but the greatest treatise of this Kali Yuga. If you follow Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it's very easy to get liberation. It is very well said in Srimad Bhagavad Gita that if you have an intense desire to get rid of this bondage, it is possible. So Lord Krishna said, it's very easy to get liberation unless you have renunciation, means tyagam. Renunciation means one should not come in touch with this results of the fruits of action. When you are away from the results of the action, then you will certainly get liberation by getting into a process called renunciation. In renunciation, first of all you will feel vairagya, means detachment from the actions of the work. Work done is usually been attached to the ahankara. Ahankara is a feeling of aham krutva, means I am doing. But according to Bhagavad Gita, it's very well said that you are not the karta, you are not the doer, you are the non-doer. So, who else is doing all this? It's nothing but the supreme energy of the Parabrahman. When energy is working, let the energy work. You being Atma, be always in your own transcendental position. You have nothing to do with this action. So this is called detachment from the action. So if you have achieved this pure position, then you have got the liberation. When you have got the liberation, you will remain as a pure soul. This is called knowledge of the soul. If you know your transcendental position in this universe, then you are liberated. Then finally you will be associating with the Supreme Parabrahman because you are a part and parcel of the Supreme Parabrahman. So for all this there are slokas mentioned in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It's well said in Bhagavad Gita that, hey Arjuna, you can do any job with a feeling that you are not the doer. Then there won't be any attachment from that work to you. So you are liberated. So I may sometimes give some quotation from the Bhagavad Gita. Lord said, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Yasya naham kruto bhavo buddhir yasya nanipyate hatva pisa imam lokan nahanti nanibadhyate. Means, O Arjuna, if you have a mental status that you are not the doer and you have no attachment with the work, then even if you kill total universe, people in the universe, then you are not at all having any attachment with the results. You are neither a killer and nor you will be punished by the laws of nature. So one should come into this mental status quo and do the work. Work should be done in such a mode so you will gain a special state called as Nishkarma Siddhi. Means even though you are doing work, you are not attached to the work. This is the excerpt of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. One should understand Bhagavad Gita with this perspective, but not as just as sort of sectism, like people are saying, I am Vaishnava, I am Shaiva, I am a Shakteya, and all these things. So this is not true philosophy. True philosophy is not the sectism. True philosophy is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It is a common treatise for all these followers of Sanatana Dharma, not Hinduism. Hinduism is not at all a religion. It's a regional concept. Hinduism is a regional concept because once upon a time, Aryans were living at the banks of river Sindhu. So they were said to be Sindhus. In the due course of time, Sindhu, it's a word, turned into Hindu. So it's a regional concept, it's not a religious concept. The people of Sindhu river, they were practicing a religion called as Sanatana Dharma. So the original name of our religion is Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana means something related to Atma. So when you start learning about Sanatana Dharma, it is common for all. There is no chance for sectism. You are not belonging to any sect. If you start feeling that you are Shakteya, you are Vaishnava, you are Shaiva, then it's gone. You are not going to be a religious person at all. Our religion is Sanatana Dharma. Got it? So when it is Sanatana Dharma, learn only about Atman, forget about the sectism. You are neither Vaishnava nor a Shaiva. You are a pure soul. The concept of pure soul is being instructed well in our Holy Bhagavad Gita. So you should always learn that accurate point and work according to that and reach your goal. So, I hope with this few words you are clear, having good foundation of liberation. Am I right? Hare Krishna.